Ethereum traders, oh my god, the price of Ethereum just hit $4,300. It's incredible. Ethereum is ripping, but I do have a bit of a warning for you. And that warning is derived from the amount of liquidity that is piling towards the downside. So it's a pretty important chart. So I'm going to break it down to you in detail. If that sounds interesting to you, we will also do some TA, some Ethereum Bitcoin analysis too, and hopefully we can have Benjamin Cohen, the dominance man himself, very soon on the channel, so stay tuned. If that topic sounds interesting, make sure to destroy the like button. Let's see if we can reach 800 likes for this video. That would be incredibly appreciated. And guys and girls, you approximately have like 24 to 48 hours left until this campaign finishes. Make sure to go to the first link in the description down below, because when you sign up to Weeks using this specific link, you can actually get a completely free $1,000 Ethereum trade, and you can get this without doing KYC, without depositing money, and it's available in most places across the world. So use the first link in the description. It's super, super easy to do. All you have to do is create an account with your email address, create a password, bind your phone number, and download the Weeks app and sign in. That's literally everything that it takes. If you want a completely free, full tutorial, extensive tutorial on the free bonus, you can also click the second link. I show you step by step on how you can claim the bonus, and all the money that you make with this Ethereum trade will be completely yours to withdraw. With that said, let's jump into the Ethereum price analysis and observe what is happening here. So today's a Saturday, but unlike Bitcoin, altcoins don't really have, Ethereum does have a CME gap, but actually, like if you look at the CME gap, it's not as relevant as the Bitcoin CME gap, because, Ethereum, yes, it's becoming more institutionalized, but obviously it doesn't have the same maturity as Bitcoin does as an asset. So you have multiple different CME gaps that have not been filled, and it's not really the best to be looking at. So this is a shout for the future of, well, right now we're shifting into Ethereum season, and then in a few months' time, it's going to be altcoin season. Just know that, we got so used to having our weekends off with Bitcoin not being so volatile during the weekends because of the CMEs. But altcoin markets, that's it. The weekends are their times to shine. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't sleep for the next 6 months, because it's going to be life-changing to make money. And with Ethereum, we called this retest. Hopefully you jumped into long positions on Weeks and you're able to long this. Obviously, over on the CryptoKid channel, we've been longing Ethereum since $1.5 thousand, and we jumped in a numerous amount of times. We started this account with only $5,000, and you can see our Ethereum positions basically are up $5,000. So we made all of the money we started with just with Ethereum. So congratulations. I know so many of you in the community are making a lot of money from Ethereum. Let me know in the chat section if you guys have made some good money with Ethereum. I hope that you have. I gotta tell you, I don't think this pump is over in the long term. As you guys know, I have a target of $5.7 to $8,000. We smashed above the $4,000 resistance. I said it was different this time, and this tweet on Twitter went absolutely viral. I think this time we can go parabolic, we can reach all-time highs, and the only reason is, comparatively to every single point which Ethereum hit $4,000, this time, we have treasury companies buying so much Ethereum. The ETFs and treasury companies combined bought up 5% of the entire circulating supply, and most of that buying pressure happened just within the past 2 months. Then you have the Genius Act, which is going to cause adoption of stablecoins across hundreds of millions of people. Most stablecoins, I think like over 80% of stablecoins transact on the Ethereum layer 1. So when you transact on the Ethereum layer 1, to transact with stablecoins, you have to have the layer 1 coin so that you can pay for gas fees. That's going to cause forced buying of the Ethereum token once we see that massive, massive adoption of stablecoins all across the world. You also have a government mandate in the United States of America to create tokenization and tokenize every equity that's available. That's going to happen overnight, and Chainlinks and Ondo finances that facilitate the tokenization, that is all built on top of Ethereum. So another reason why the Ethereum network is just going to continue growing and growing and growing. And as Benjamin Cohen said, Ethereum took its trip back home down to 1.3 to 1.4, which is where we started longing Ethereum. So it's completely safe to assume, in my personal analysis, that now we can go ahead and reach brand new all-time highs. What is the warning though? Well, the warning is most liquidity is trapped to the downside. All assets, specifically in crypto, they like to go and collect liquidity. What do I mean by liquidity? When you zoom into the points of very neon yellow, you can notice that there is something called liquidation leverage, and there is a certain number that's attached to that liquidation leverage. In this case, it is 1.25 billion. But what does this mean? It means that most traders had a bunch of liquidations, short position liquidations, at the $4,227 level. So the way that market makers make money is by pushing the prices to those points of liquidation, liquidating the most of the traders, and then collecting that money for themselves. So that happened twice in the run-up over the past 48 hours. You had 1.2 billion in liquidation leverage at $4,087. That got taken out by this wick. Then the price continued rally to take out this second point of liquidation, which had 1.25 billion. You will notice that there isn't much liquidity piled towards the upside. And most liquidity is piled at the 4.1, 972 million. Then you have about 1.17 billion piled up at exactly $4,000. The crucial level of now support, it was resistance before, right? So that is there. And then finally, you have also a lot of liquidity piling up at the 3.6 or 3.867 territory too. So it's possible that next week we see a bit of a reversal to collect the downside liquidity. And if you want to be jumping into Ethereum long positions and claim your free trade, which is $1,000 with the first link in the description, I would consider putting the limit order to go ahead and long Ethereum at those liquidity levels. So that's number one at exactly 4,137. Then you have the 3,997 or $4,000 exactly. And then the final point of high liquidity is 3,867. This can change, but I don't think the area of which the liquidity is lying in, which is the downside, I don't think that's going to change. So yeah, we could be expecting a short-term correction on the price, which is completely understandable, but I don't want you to misunderstand it from my bullish a continuous momentum outlook, which is that Ethereum continues to go and rally higher and reach between $5.7 to $8,000. The final thing that I'll mention in this video is the fact that the all-time high for Ethereum may appear on the charts as 4,800, but actually, if you adjust $4,800 to inflation, look at the value of 4.8K in 2021 and compare it to the value of the same amount of money today in 2025, adjusted to inflation, it is $1,000 higher. So the actual all-time high, inflation adjusted, is 5.7, meaning that Ethereum is still technically quite far away from its actual inflation adjusted all-time high. But I think we will reach it in no time. So I'm pretty bullish. And that's just what I wanted to share with you. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening, and I'll see you all back on the channel tomorrow, where I'll talk about other altcoins, which I think are presenting wonderful opportunities to go ahead and jump into. Remember, this could be your final chance to claim that free $1,000 position, so use the first link down below to sign up and watch the tutorial video on how to claim it. I'll put a card somewhere right here, which you can go ahead and watch. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and as always, bye.